Okay, so let's get started. First of all, what's a resume? Come on, guys. I want to hear from you. What do you understand by resume? When resume comes into picture, what do you think a resume is? Our resume is all about an advertisement. Correct? Our advertisement, our professional advertisement. It's basically you on a piece of a paper, right? Your professional side of you. What are your educations? What is your experiences? What skills do you have? What are your achievements? All of that in a piece of a paper is resume, right? Can we go ahead? So what do you think, guys? Are resumes still relevant? They are still relevant, my dear friends. No doubt, no matter what technology comes into play, no matter what artificial intelligence, no matter from wherever people get placed, eventually you need to submit a document which has the professional side of you, which has whatever you have done in a piece of a paper. And that is why we are all here to learn the skill of resume writing. See, guys, no matter how good hard skills you have, okay, no matter how good soft skills you have, but until and unless you write down all of those things in a piece of a paper, you cannot exceed ahead. How many types of resumes are there? Friends, we have 4 types of resumes. First is the hard copy resume, the ones which we used to go to an interview and bring that with ourselves, right? That was the first one. The second is the digital resume, that we are submitting it right now in the form of PDFs, in the form of Word documents. The third one is the virtual resume. So our LinkedIn profile is virtual resumes, and then comes our video resumes, which are very important again. Now, my next question to you is, which one should I have as a developer? I can see this cohort is mainly for developers. So basically, if we cut down the must-have things in the 4 types of resumes that I've shown you, right? If we see to the must-haves, there is digital and the virtual must-have. But good to have is all 4. So must-haves means that you need to have. We move ahead with knowing the mistakes that we do often in our digital or hard copy resumes. Friends, I believe the best way to learn something is by doing mistakes. When I was in my college, I had made almost 80 resumes and submitted all across different platforms. I used to apply at one company with 4 resumes just to try and test which of them is working. And with that experience, today I have made this PPT with all the mistakes, with all the tricks and tips that you can use to move ahead. And with that, we move ahead with the first mistake that people often do, because of which they're not able to get into their dream companies: not having one-page resume for less than 5 years of experience. Friends, it is said that a recruiter has just 6 seconds to scan through your resume. And if you just give him 6 seconds, see, if you submit a 6-page resume or a 5-page resume, and the similar way you're submitting just 1-page resume, what do you think? Will A be selected or B be selected? If you have less than 5 years of experience, maximum to maximum, you can exceed to 1.5 page, not more than that. Please stick to 1 page if you are less than 5 years of experience. If you have more than 5 years of experience, then you can just go to 2 to 3 pages maximum. Okay? People are not doing the right formatting, not aligning in the right way. They don't add bullet points, and it is not easy to read their resumes. My dear friends, assume you are a recruiter. You are a recruiter and you have got 500 resumes to scan through. And you have got the sample resume, as you can see on the left hand side. Will you be interested in reading that resume, or just you want to throw them off? Because the recruiter is not in your relation, my dear friends. He's just a recruiter who has got his duty to scan through the resumes and get the right candidate for the company. And that is where it's your duty. That is where it's your duty to make him read your resume. And for that, you need to format your resume. Make sure the alignment is good. Make sure you add bullet points so that it's easy for him to read at least. And when he scans through your resume, you feel that, okay, This is very sorted. I can go through each and every point. As we go ahead, things are going to be getting a little bit complex, not complex, but little bit more tricky. Okay, where I'm going to reveal some tricks and tips as well. So make sure you stay till the end. And also, my dear friends, if you stay till the end, I'm going to tell you a website which can give you feedback to your resumes as well. You do not need to stay for your friend, for your family member, or anyone to go through your resume if it is good or not. But I can tell you a site that can do it for you. Come on, let's move to the next one. A lot of people are writing down, giving me thumbs ups. And with that, we come to the third mistake that people are doing up till now, that is writing about their career gaps. People are writing about their failures. People are writing about their unfinished projects. They're writing about the upcoming opportunities. So recently, I met a friend. He was showing me his resume and he had written about that he's going to get job in Google. My dear friends, you have not yet got it. The moment you get it, you write it. But as soon as you not got it, please don't write it in your resume. Only write things that you have achieved. Make sure, my dear friends, that your resume is your advertisement. Do you write false things about your advertisements? No, right? Do you write anything negative in your advertisement? No, you have to be always sounding like, oh, wow, that's so great. So all the positive things should be in your resume. Even if you have done a very small thing, make it look like you've done a big thing. As a recruiter, the recruiter should think like you are the one who needs to be selected for that particular job. Let's move to the next point, which says weak action words. Friends, gone are the times when you used to write down, I have done this, completed this project, made this project. Come on, you guys are now big enough. You don't need to write down weak action words. Now you should always write down like conceptualized, right? The thing should be very, very pleasing. It should be very strong action words. Action words like conceptualized, computed, validated, visualized, engineered, calculated, segmented, predicted, things like this, analyzed. Don't just write down weak action words like made, completed, wrote, did. That will lead to lessen the chance of your selection of your resumes. Anything, friends, if you write down something very weak, did, made, okay, these are very weak sentences, right? You need to make them sound very professional. Now that you have the access to chat GPT, you can just write on the prompt saying that, can you reframe this sentence in a better English language to put up in the resume. Okay, so that's where you can make things look better with the help of AI tools. The next is tagging yourself as junior. I've seen a lot of people, they're just putting up their designation as it is. If you are a junior developer, do not write down junior developer in your resume. Just write down software developer. When you yourself tag yourself as junior, then the world will also say you junior. You need to give yourself that image of being a professional. Even if your tag, your designation says to be junior developer, just write down developer in your resumes. How many people in their resumes have an objective statement? So ideally, friends, you should not have an objective statement in your resumes. Let me tell you why. What do you write? What do you write in objective statements? I am a very hardworking, very professional, very sincere, experienced individual looking towards giving up my valuable knowledge towards company's growth. Is this your objective? Is this your objective? No, right? Your objective is to grab job. Your objective is to grab that internship. So there's no point in writing down, because even the recruiter knows your main objective is to get that particular job. Next is people are adding photographs. As a developer, if you are a receptionist, okay, if you are an anchor, then you should add a photograph. There is no harm in adding. But as a developer, photographs are useless, right? It's all about your skills. Writing your full address in the in your resume? Does that make sense? If the company needs to send you something, they'll officially ask your address. And what does that make sense in writing hobbies? How many of you have added your hobbies in your resume? Can we have some yes and a no in a chat? Guys, now we are professionals. We are experienced people in the world of AI. People are evolving. People are learning a lot of things. Instead, you can write down your interests in stock market, interests in, maybe you are a developer, but you also have interest in analytics. So instead of writing hobbies, I would recommend you to write your interests. If you want to, if you have a space, you can add on your interests. Interest in graphic designing, that is good. If you are a developer and you also know UI UX, that is an additional feature that you know. Let's just move to the next mistake that we do, and that is having no keywords in your resumes. Have you guys heard in your 10th and 12th, we probably, our teachers used to say that, mention that keywords in the paper in CBSE and ICSE board and exams. They used to say that keywords are mandatory. People check keywords only. And that is where those keywords are necessary in your resumes today. Got it? Now, what are these keywords? These keywords, as all of you mostly here are developers, you all know that there is a software. Okay, let me come next to the next point. As you guys know what are keywords, just understand as of now that keywords are missing in the resumes. Before now, first, this is a very new thing, and I don't know how many of you know about this, but before your resume reaches your recruiter, it passes through ATS. What is an ATS? ATS is an applicant tracking system that is being used by most of the MNCs. MNCs is multinational companies, which is a software basically that speeds up your hiring process. Okay, then what does happen here is that it's basically a software that takes input as a keywords. So for example, if you're a software developer and I'm looking for a PHP software developer or basically a full stack software developer, then what are the keywords that I'm going to write down? Can we have some keywords in the chat, guys? Data structures and algorithms. Come on. How can you forget that? People are using the interviews, and the technical interviews, they're asking this. DSA, DS algo. Correct. So all of this is what? This is keywords. So to speed up the process of hiring, the software that we use is called ATS. And this ATS software, now you guys are developers, you all know this, that software is meant to fed something. Now, what is fed inside this software? It's fed all the keywords that are there. Okay. Now, you might be asking me the question that how to find these keywords. How many of you have this question? Ma'am, I don't know how to find keywords. For example, if I'm specifically, specifically in data analytics, how do I find keywords? Or for example, I am going to apply in Google. For Google, I'm going to apply in, for example, in data analytics job in Google only. So what are the keywords for that? Okay, so what we do is we'll go to a word cloud generator. Okay, we'll go to a word cloud generator, and then what we'll do is we'll open a word cloud generator. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll go to the job description. So for example, if I want to go into Google and I want to go as a data analyst. Okay, so for example, I want a job as a data analyst in Google. So I'll just write down data analyst Google job. So I see. Okay, so Abhi, right now Google does not has data analyst jobs. Just let us see what other jobs do they have right now. Okay, job not found. Okay, so we have this product manager job. Okay, so what you have to do is next is you have to just copy down all the qualifications and the job description that is there and paste in a word cloud generator. Okay, you have to do this. Go copy everything that is there and paste it in a word cloud generator. See guys, skills and everything you're going to write down. But then this is something very different that you need to do for each and every company. And that is the reason why people today are saying that we need a customized resume for each and every company. So for example, if you want to apply as a software developer in Google and you want to apply in software developer in Microsoft, the resumes will be different. Why they'll be different? Because their job descriptions are different. Their job descriptions are different, and that is why their keywords will be different. You get the keywords from the job description. Okay. Now here you will hit an enter. Let me just keep it full screen. Are you guys able to see my screen? Can we have yes in the chat? No, no, yes, we can. Anubhav, I think you have some glitch at your end. Please check. Yes, okay, okay. So what you have to do is see. Can you see the word cloud that has been generated for an analytics product manager job? Now the words you need to highlight in your resumes is experience, users, platforms, software, product, data, customers, manager, management, analytics, Google, documenting. Are you getting? Is this something mind blowing, guys? You got to know the keywords that is needed for an ATS to scan.